Hey, what's up, folks? Welcome back to another 3D Hangouts. My name is Noel Ruiz. I'm a designer here at Adafruit. Joining me every week, my brother Pedro.
Good morning, everybody. Pedro's Creative Tech here at Adafruit. Every week, we're here to share 3D printed projects featuring electronics from Adafruit.
Yes, sir. This is the show where we combine 3D printing and DIY electronics to make inspirational projects. Hello, everybody. Welcome to 3D Hangouts. It is episode 479. It's Wednesday, April 23rd, 2025. We're hanging out in the Adafruit Discord server. If you'd like to join us throughout the show, come on by the live broadcast chat channel. That's where we're hanging out. And the invite URL to that is, let's bring it up at the top here, the purple banner, discord.gg/Adafruit. If you're not a member already, please do so. And you can hang out with Adafruit folks and Adafruit community 24/7, all around the world, as they say. We'll take a few moments to let folks come in, and then we'll shout them out. So in the meantime, let's see what's going on at adafruit.com/free. If your order is $99 or more, you're going to get a free PCB coaster with a golden Adafruit logo. And if your order is $149 or more, you'll get the KB2040. That's that lovely Arduino compatible dev board. And if your order is at $199 or more, you'll get the PCB coaster, the KB2040, and free ground UPS shipping for continental use only. On top of that, we have a special coupon code for folks that are watching the live stream today. Good for the next 24 hours. Figurines will get you 10% off your total order. So we do support we do support you buying stuff, keeping us going here. So we appreciate everybody's orders, especially when they use the coupon code. All right, back over to Discord. Give some shout outs to folks. Squid.jpg, Do Esther. What's up, folks? They're hanging out there. We're also on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, Twitch, and X. So if you got any comments, you can drop those there, and we can bring them into the show if it's a question or if it's a funny remark. Yep. All right. Let's see if I can switch back to 2-screen. There we go. All right. This week we got a new project. We're still prototyping new stuff. Pedro, you're at a really good spot with your prototype. But let's take a look at this week's project.
Yeah, this week's project is a continuation of last week's rapid render, showing you how to make AI-generated 3D printed figures. So PT had this request since he saw everybody making those toy-generated models and wanted to have these printed out. So we walked through the workflow, which is pretty much last week's video, just more into detail and in guide form on showing the settings that we used. And I guess we'll just talk about it here. Some of the filaments that we used and the support structures that we're using to have these printed out. I think one of the videos that he saw, they were printed these like in pieces, and we wanted to just go ahead and print one all in one go so we didn't have to do any gluing together. And last week we showed off what the image of the generated toy looked like. This week we're showing off the actual printed figure. And you can see here it is nice and solid, especially when it comes to like the glasses. They are not fragile. So this is definitely suitable for a child to handle and play around with. So I'll ship this over. Hopefully the kiddo can have some fun playing with their mom and dad. So last week we showed off generating Lamar, and this week we can show off the model that it generated for PT, and that looks pretty good too. It was just one image that we used. I think it was them in the shop with like in front of the pick and place machine, and that's what we used to have this super cool model generated. In the guide, we show how to prompt ChatGPT to generate the drawing of it, and then we're using Masterpiece X to actually generate the mesh for this, and then bring it inside of Bamboo Studio to do the coloring. You can see here all of the detail for it. That looks so cool. Nice
Yeah,
little.
it looks like PT. And
Mhm.
the style of Lemoore, which is like the hands almost look like kind of the same, which is pretty
Yeah.
good.
Super cool.
Did you have
Pretty.
to refine your prompt for PT at all, like you did with Lemoore? Like she was like a 2D art illustration.
I just changed the name.
You
Oh,
changed the name.
and yeah, because they both wear black, so all of that was the same.
Well, he doesn't wear glasses, so you didn't say he has glasses. You didn't say he has pink hair.
Yeah.
Um,
The accessories that I printed, like I put tripod and like a Mac laptop, and it generated those. But that's not something that we printed. It was more of
yeah.
like what he's wearing. So it was like the black attire. And from the image, this one I did use a full body image, so it could see that he was wearing all of the like the black jeans and the boots. For Lamar, it was just like a bust, like from head to like her mid waist, and it figured out just from what she was wearing there that she would be wearing. The rest would be all gothic and black.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
sure you could like refine the prompt of like make her wear sandals. So if she,
Yeah.
because she wears sandals sometimes.
For color, the color switching though, I just kept it as like all black, so it definitely made it easier that they wear all black.
Yeah,
To
yeah,
make the
yeah.
color changing a lot more faster.
Yeah,
And then, yeah, again, I'm still super impressed with the glasses. It's like the most impressive.
yeah. It is pretty impressive. And then with PT, if you want to go like extra, you could say you can refine the prompt to say put a Native logo on the T-shirt or a skull on the T-shirt. You could do that sort of thing just to add a little extra to it. But this is good because then you're not doing a lot of filament changes.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's just nice and simple. You didn't have to say like make this in the style of Pixar or make this in the style of Studio Ghibli or anything like that, right? It's just like cute 3D model, and this is what you get.
Yeah. And then some of the detail too that you can see that's like black on black, like his belt buckle came through in the print, as well as like some of the buttons on her shirt and like the little pockets on her shirt too. You can see that when I shine it. So super impressed with the detail and the quality, and then the color changing, of course, from the bamboo printer.
Yeah.
So jump into the guide. Go to the guide.
All right.
Scene. And super easy. It's pretty much just like a prompt where you can copy and paste the prompt from. Go to the correct window. We can see
you shared
here.
prompts. You shared prompts.
Yeah. So yeah, just here's
source.
what the toy looks like that we were talking about. So
Yeah.
if you wanted to, you could go ahead and generate the little accessories as well. And then for PT, we have, of course, the camera, the laptop, and the tripod. Signature accessories he uses for all the live streams. And then just showing the detail of the prints. Super good. Super impressed. Like how the combination of the 4-color printing and then the AI all came together to have this. We couldn't have done this 3 years ago, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Before, yeah. It would have been a lot more effort. First, we'd have to like model for hours.
Yeah, and then like hand paint each section.
Either hand paint or like get one of like the mosaic palette things and like figure out how that works. So I haven't looked at those in a decade. So
I think the latest news I saw from them is they got VC funding or something. Or all right, so here's where you can copy and paste the ChatGPT prompt that we used for generating the image off of the picture that you supply to it. So I think this is like a new feature why everybody or why it became a trend where everybody was doing this, because you had the ability to now upload an image for a reference to create. And as you said here, it's like, just quickly, it's make a picture of a plastic 3D action figure toy named, insert your name here, make it look like it's being displayed in transparent plastic packaging. Figure is photo. In the style is very cute, glasses, pink hair. Top of the packaging, you can add whatever text you want for like the tagline and all that. And then for the accessories, you can just list here the next to the figure, add accessories like a soldering iron, oscilloscope, circuit board, Packaging is minimalist, cardboard color, cute toy style, sold in stores. So that's what it's generating here. And just the point that we're highlighting here is for generating your 3D model, although it looks super cool that it's holding the accessory for the model to be generated, you don't want it to actually be obstructed by any of the accessories. So we told it an additional prompt to, just remove anything that is being held by the hand, just so that the model generated doesn't, create any floating body parts, as we saw in last week's rapid render, where it actually didn't connect the hand to the arm. So just some of the caveats and editing that you want to give as additional prompts for generating. And then there's a bunch of the image or text to 3D websites out there. We were just using the Masterpiece X since I still had a couple of credits left over to generate the model. A large part of generating the AI 3D models is that it's not all perfect. You still have to take it in and do some modifications and tweaks and fixes. So we're just using Blender to go in and fix. You can kind of see in the picture here that it did have like a hole like right in front of her forehead. So we filled in the faces for that, smoothed it out. And then sometimes it does generate non-water type models. So like the normals are like facing inwards, where like the slicing program will have difficulty making your print ready to send out to the printer. So just going over some of those caveats there and how to fix those. And then going over to actually assigning colors inside of Bamboo Studio. I don't know what other program, I think Kira definitely does have the ability to color in, but I think the tools inside of Bamboo Studio is a little bit more refined for that. And just going over like using the Smart Edge Fill tool to go ahead and color in each section. And then the supports, we're just using the tree supports. They're so good. Like we'll show in the prototyping just how well it's able to support structures that are like even flat. So just some of the settings for that, and this is what you end up with. Oops, wrong thing. I wanted this one just to show how. No, why is it not clicking on it? That's just this picture right here, not that one. The actual 3D print of it with all the support structures on it. We just edited the prime tower just a bit, just to make it a little bit smaller to save on the filament. And then this is what we come up with. Nice little set for nice little desk toy or for children. Super cool way to generate a model.
Yeah, I confirmed that we got a bug that we'll report later after the show with the clicking the thumbnail in a side 2 element. That side 2 element, man, let me tell you, it's tricky. All right, good stuff. Yeah, and you have, of course, the files so folks can download their own. Rendition of Mr. and Mrs. Lady Ada.
So. It's actually I should have listed it here. It's actually a 3MF file, so it will open up inside of Bamboo, and all the colors will already be assigned. Because it does take quite a bit to assign each color, because I'm doing it like polygon by polygon to get to make sure that it's a nice detailed. And even like the transition of where one color changes to another was super good.
The only I just noticed this Lamore's eyebrows should be painted.
They did not. Yes, I did not paint them. I can see him. No, I could see him here. It's just that.
Okay.
I didn't realize until when I was setting up. Like you did, because
glasses tend to like cover your eyebrows or just bring attention away from eyebrows that aren't there. So
no, I didn't notice until I was setting this webcam up too. I'm like, oh crap, I didn't do the
eyebrows. Yeah, PT got those nice thick brows.
Yeah, but you can see
they're there. Yeah, the details there.
It did come up.
So the lips too are like slight pink. So
I did go inside there and add a little bit of pink inside the lips there. But I did totally miss the eyebrows, because of course the glasses do obstruct it and kind of make you look like she does have them. Although they are, I think they're pink.
Did Lamar have her lip ring in the photo they uploaded?
You know
did
what?
It, like emit it?
Maybe she took it off for the photo. I think it was the thumbnail that they use for the UPS spotlight video. So maybe she took it off.
Okay, no lip ring. Oh, okay, you take it off.
I mean, you could apply. That'd be super easy to add inside of
course,
Blender. Sounds like a ring. That'd be cool as a movable part.
Yeah. Good stuff. All right, there you go.
That is some of the workflows.
Yeah, just some of the workflows.
Up.
Yeah. All right, good stuff. Folks, check it out. Make your own cartoon action figure of your favorite person.
And I wanted to do myself or like one of the kids, but oh man, I needed to use up the printer for doing the other projects, and I think it takes like at least like 15 hours. So
yeah, minimum.
I'm definitely already where I need another bamboo printer.
Yep. And you've done all the things you can to like reduce the purge power, reduce
sacrificing quality, and oh man, the other sweaty thing that makes me sweater, keeps me the not going into deep sleep is it did fail, or it can fail, so and it takes so long. So I think I need to make a new purge bucket to where it like shoots it down to the floor into a trash can.
Yeah,
that seems to be the most frequent thing that happens, where it just fills up and then it stops, and it's like 8 hours go by or 5 hours, however long overnight goes by, and it's not printing.
Yeah, I can foresee ourselves making a some sort of detecting purge bucket detection.
No, I mean the printer can detect when it's full, but then again, it physically needs somebody to remove it. It can't do anything other than pause itself.
Yeah, maybe that's not a good idea to have yet another sensor IoT device that says, "Hey, your bucket's full."
No, I just need a bucket where the chute goes directly down off the desk into a large track.
Yeah, but where you're making a time-lapse video every week that's multicolored, I can see how losing track of a bucket because behind the printer, right? Your bucket.
No, it's over to the side, but again, this is while I'm sleeping,
Right.
It's taking 15 hours, so
we
do it overnight, or we go out to eat or something, and I get the notification. I'm like, well, crap, I can't do anything.
Yeah, I have to empty my bucket like once a month. I am printing single color parts, but even still, every print you're purging.
Oh yeah.
The way the AMS works, it just keeps purging. Which is fine. That's just the way it is.
Yep, we know the solution.
Yeah.
Get around
your bucket. Empty your bucket. PSA, empty your bucket. It's just like taking out the garbage.
Yep.
Empty your bucket.
All right, do I jump into the prototyping?
Sure. You talked a lot. Maybe I'll talk a bit.
Oh, okay. I was ready to go.
Yeah, mine's pretty quick. Let's see here. So, two things. Let me make myself bigger. So we are still working on our PCB for our camera slider project. This is V1. We are now in V2 because there's always some things that you find. So there's that part. Another part is like, where can I go in the slider parts and reduce some of the hardware? There's a lot of screws. There's a lot of nuts. So one of the things that I came up with is why don't I make my latch a print in place hinge? So now I came up with this print in place kind of hinge switch thing that allows me to unlock and lock the G2 pulley. What is it called? Oh boy, the belt. Oh. Sorry, the belt. So now you don't need a long screw and a hex nut for the end cap piece here. You can just 3D print this one piece and then press fit it into the aluminum extrusion, and now you can fit your I'm so sorry about this camera. It's
turn off
AI.
I forgot to tell you.
Thing. There you go. Yeah, so now you can just take this out, and you have teeth in there, and then you have your print in place hinge that you can fit in there. So nice. I've done a couple of these designs now where it has like a chamfer on the inside so that it doesn't come out, and it works really well for this. This is like the perfect you know, you'll see a lot of these like switch fidgets that don't do anything, but this is like an actual practical use of those switch fidget mechanisms. It prints. You do need some support material, but it's support material these days is so good and so accurate that you can go ahead and make something like this and use support materials because of the orientation of it. Yeah, so it works really well. So I printed 2 of them out, and you can easily now take out your belt or pop it back in and you know, tighten it and then just lock it into place like that. Wow. And that is a really good use of this this print in place hinge switch mechanism. So that's the second update. The other update is I was for the panning portion. I don't have it with me right now, but Liz has it and she's working on it offsite. But the main thing I want to talk about is that instead of making 3D printing your own ball bearing, just buy a ball bearing. So this is a 6008 size ball bearing. I have not played with these yet in a project before, but they're basically like your 608 ball bearings that are like for skateboards and stuff. And this is the bigger one. So you have like a bigger 40 millimeter diameter, inner diameter, so you can fit wires or whatever you want through here. And then it's 15 millimeters thick. I got it from Amazon from these guys here. It's called PGN Bearings. I was able to buy 2 of them for only, I think, $12 or so. I have a link here if folks want to take a look. Why isn't it showing?
Oh, let me.
My screen isn't shared. That's why. There it is. So it's good. All the tech drawings are here, and what is it? Yeah, about $13 for 2 of these. So for future projects, I will be using these ball bearings for big stuff, you know, that needs to hold a lot of weight and spin. I think I could have used this for our turntable. I could have used this for the POV. I just didn't really know about bigger ball bearings. So I've only ever used small ball bearings. So they come in all sorts of sizes and they're no longer very, very expensive. So get yourself a big ball bearing. And a good place to find out all the different sizes of ball bearings is, of course, Amazon or McMaster Car. But again, these are way more affordable on Amazon. So that's kind of the slider update. I wish I had more stuff to show, but I think that's a good spot to just show a little minor updates. This is going to be a big project, both physically and in the scope. There's a lot of software that needs, you know, code that needs to be written. Shout out to Liz for coming up with all the different features that this thing's going to do. But yeah, still learning a lot of stuff to make it a better build, because we're going to be using it, you know, in-house to shoot all our videos. So that's what we got going on. That's my prototype. New PCB, new ball bearings, new print in place hinges. It's happening. All right. Let me bring it back over to you for your prototype. Do you want to read this email or do you want to do the show?
Oh, no, I reread it.
Okay, good.
It's pretty much what we already discussed.
Yeah.
Just funniness. The doomsayers.
Yep.
All right, let's go ahead and jump into the next prototype. For next week, because of the tariffs and like the delay of the Switch 2, they were going to launch a Piranha Plant webcam. So people thought it'd be a good idea to make one out of a Raspberry Pi. So here is our design for that, and it is running the Pi Cam software in the back here. So we have the touch screen that we showed off last week. It is the HyperPixel from Pimoroni. So instead of just having a webcam, it is a full-blown Raspberry Pi like time-lapse rig. So in the shape of the Piranha Plant. So we have all the little details in there. And the Pi Cam module V3 is inside here. So it's the wide angle view. So it has a nice field of view for doing some cool time lapses. We're running this with the latest OS, Bullseye, so that all of this boots up without having to really do any like kernel modifications. So the touch screen works so good. The refresh rate is really fast. You can see like the refresh rate compared to what the Pi 4 last year looked like. It's super cool. A bunch of the commands did change, so we will document all that in the guide. Just a couple of tweaks that I had printing for the touch screen itself is just like adding chamfers so that you can fat finger, touch all around the display to get to all of the menu items. But I still have like a Bluetooth keyboard connected just in case. I did notice that occasionally the OS would invert where your the touch map would be. So you would be touching up at the corner and it would be like affecting down here. So I'm thinking that was just like a software fix that they could do for that. Since this loads up without any additional like drivers to install with the screen. So it is a lot of the changes that we had to do was tolerance updates for the Bamboo printers since they have like a tighter tolerance. So with that, adjusting like where the vents go so that the little sleeve for attaching the vine can go on there like so, and then the hardware to have everything fastened on to have it nice and secure. So one of the other things too was like just moving where some of the snap fit portions go for this, like to make room for the dual HDMI ports that are on the Pi 5, and then you do have access to the top USB ports on there as well if you want to use that. Since we're using the touchscreen, I didn't make any cutouts for the HDMI ports, but you can go ahead and edit the Fusion 360 file if you so need to. The other thing too, since I didn't want to, I was rushing to get this done. I wanted to shoot the hero shots in Super Nintendo World, so I didn't make any of the vines like movable. So to accommodate, like if I needed to adjust the angle, is I made a little sleeve for the tripod, little adapter. So this just connects to the bottom here, and then you can have your 3/8 to 1/420 converter little thing inside there. So that just snaps in to the bottom right here, and then you can have this mounted to like some tripod legs and the swivel mount head to just swivel that around to adjust the angle. But yeah, that's our version of the webcam Piranha Plant time-lapse rig. Got the little leaves on the side here, other details. I did update the way that the emboss is going to try to avoid the any contamination from the other color. So here's the other half of that with the updates to that emboss. And then the other part is printing right now. Nice. And yeah, again, printed with a bunch of supports, like the tree supports, and quite impressed with.
Yeah, look at those teeth.
Yeah, check these teeth out.
Raw.
And the Pi Cam is in here. The ribbon cable obviously goes through the little vine. There's a little chamfer inside here. Just using like the loft tool and the revolve to make the sphere, and then the vine on there. What else can I talk about for this? The fan. We have the fan inside here, so obviously that's what the vents are for. So you can kind of hear it's super nice and quiet.
Yeah. I just wanted to bring up the Pi camera module. This is the module 3, which is I suppose their latest version. Yeah. We have it in different lenses, right? There's a kind of your standard. You have a wide angle version.
Yes.
Okay. And we do have that in stock. So if folks want the wide angle version, it's in stock, which is good for capturing things in a tight space. Did you notice any? Yeah, it doesn't look like the teeth or anything are obstructing the camera lens, which is good.
Exactly. Yep.
And yeah, you just kind of fit it in the enclosure that wraps around the Piranha head.
it should help with, I don't know, like a hood, for like the sunshine going down. The version that Nintendo has, the mouth actually closes to sort of give you some webcam privacy, I'm guessing.
It does? Oh.
The rush time that I have, and then Fusion messing with me with even creating the sphere and chomping it in half. I didn't have that.
Oh, that's funny.
time frame to have that hinge part added onto there. But, you know, you can just put a piece of tape, I guess, if you want to cover the camera.
Just turn it off. Like, actually unplug it.
Turn it off, exactly.
Yeah. No, it's great.
Do some time lapses at the at Epic Universe. We'll be there on Monday, so hope to capture some cool hero shots with it right next to that giant piranha plant that they have there in the land. So I'll have some cool footage of the time lapse. I am using the HDR mode to capture the images, and then the latest Pi OS, of course, has like you can shoot a high resolution image as well, since it has the processing power for it. So excited to see what the footage looks like from that. Other than that, that's it. Nice simple build. If anything, it is an updated Pi case for the Pi 5. So nice snap together enclosure for it with all the port openings, except the HDMI, which of course you can edit that. Yeah, I don't think there's anything on this side. But yeah, if anything, it's just like an updated tolerance-wise for the Bamboo printers. So you can have an updated Pi 5 case.
Yeah, very good. Okay, we'll try to get this out next week. And enjoy the, is it called Mario? What are they calling it? Just Epic Universe is like the global, it's Universal Studios is the theme park. And then within that,
the portal is like the Super Nintendo World.
Super Nintendo World. Is it really Super Nintendo World?
Like, maybe Nintendo World.
Yeah.
The app updated with the map on there.
It's funny. Is it Nintendo World?
Yeah, because within there they have like Donkey Kong Country.
Yeah, and it's not open to the public yet. So you get this early access as a pass holder. Is that what they call them? Pass holders?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I wasn't sure if they came up with their own cute name. Like the Universal Badge or something. Or
yes, Super Nintendo World is what they're calling it.
Super Nintendo World. All right. So Pedro will be making his debut live from Super Nintendo World. 3D Hangouts. No. That would be funny. But the bandwidth is not much there. I got a question from Nikita. Yes, it is a camera. It's a webcam, or it could be a webcam. It's a Raspberry Pi camera with a Raspberry Pi and a touchscreen. Yeah, so you can record video and take pictures. Very good. Okay, let's see. So we did prototype. We did the project. If folks want to pick up any Raspberry Pi accessories, don't pay full price. Get 10% off your order with coupon code Figurines. And we have a lot of the Raspberry Pi stuff in stock, which is great. So check that out if you're in the market.
Yeah, the only thing you don't stock is the 150 millimeter ribbon cable. You're going to need one that converts the camera one into like the smaller pinout for the Raspberry Pi, but they are included with each module.
Okay.
They have the 150 millimeter ones on Amazon.
Ribbon cable. Here we go. Here's all the links that we carry at the moment.
Oh no, that's not the right one. You need a different one for the Pi 5. It goes from that bigger pinout to a smaller pinout.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh man, why did you change it, Raspberry Pi? I thought it was.
Yeah.
Where would I find it?
If you go one screen back, you can see it on the small Pi there.
This one?
No. One. Yep, that one.
Oh, they use this thing. Okay.
Yes. Yeah, it goes from the larger pinout to the smaller pinout.
I see. Okay. So this works for the Pi 5 and the Pi Zero. They have the same smaller, but then the camera module has this bigger. Oh, that's confusing.
Right.
And we only have one of these cables?
They come with the camera modules already.
The camera module? Okay.
The V3 includes it in the box.
Yeah.
Where I was like, oh no, I don't know where I got this 150 from. It was included in there.
I guess.
And they have them at Amazon. And I'm using this one so I'm not having to have such an extreme curve on the vine. And
oh, here it is. This is 150 millimeters. This is where you got it.
Oh, maybe, but again, when I opened up the box to the module, it was inside
Okay.
there.
All right, good. Yeah, so this we do sell a 150 millimeter ribbon cable, and it's this one, so that's good. We dropped that in the Discord if folks are confused, like I am. Yeah, Raspberry Pi camera stuff can be a little rabbit hole.
I mean, it used to be all the same until now.
And there's like 3 modules for the Pi camera, right?
Yeah,
because obviously there's.
Actually, I think there's 4 or 5 because then they have the no IR, like wide and normal.
Yeah, at least we like kind of break it down here on the website. You can see we have it broken down from the lens to the no IR and the wide no IR, noir, which is what the infrared lens. Yeah, so we can do like nighttime, spooky time.
And then from there you have like the high quality one, and then you have like the one with the interchangeable lens.
And this is the Pi 4, which has like the bigger ribbon cable. So confusing.
Yeah. Oh, there's even a video there that we have embedded. Which Pi camera do I get?
Yeah, that's from Pi. Yeah, they made their own. Yeah, so it comes with this one, which is the longer one.
Yeah, it's too long.
It's too long. It's too short. If it's too long,
and I get the one that's just right.
Just right. That's funny. Yeah, and then here's the Pi high quality camera, which is different because it has the screw mount adapter, the M12 lens mount thing, which we also did a project for. Oh man, I'm going down this deep hole. Sorry guys, I need to get out of this.
Yeah, we did there's the other project we did for it.
I gotta get out of this hole.
That one was with the Pi 4.
Okay, yeah. With the HyperPixel 4.0, which is what you're using.
Yeah, so this is like an updated version of that.
It is, yeah. So Pi 5 definitely has some cameras is different, and then the USB stuff is probably different, the micro USB stuff.
Yeah, and then like I was saying before, the tolerances, I had to update all of it, so basically redrew the entire case.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Nope, this is not a CircuitPython project. It's a Raspberry Pi OS project. It's just kind of using the built-in Raspberry Pi, OS to interface with the camera module. Cool. All right. Let me get my screen together for rapid render. Give me a second here. All right. This time I'm going to be driving this segment. So let me get it started here. Hello, welcome back to Rapid Render. This week, we're taking a look at the image to 3D model application from bamboomakerworld.com. So let's take a look at their website. So if you go to makerworld.com and you click on the Maker Lab tab, you'll see a bunch of modeling tools that they have set up here. All the way at the bottom here, there is the image to 3D model. So the idea is that you upload an image and you get a 3D model that's fully textured and basically almost ready to 3D print, because this is a 3D printing company. They make the Bamboo Lab printers. So let's click on try it. You get sent this really easy interface. We actually looked at this last week and I already have a 3D model here, but let's try a new image here. So I'm going to click on this button here. It says drag or open. And I have here an image of my mom's cat sitting in this very cute position. So let's see what happens. Now this photo has stuff in the background. There's a lot of different textures and colors going on. Let's see what it does when it generates it. This is of course generating live, and it takes a couple credits. When you create a MakerWorld account, you're allotted some free credits. So just keep that in mind that you're kind of limited in how many you can do. But I assume you can purchase credits if you want to go crazy and make more. So as this generates, we'll wait.
I mean, we could take a look at the one from last week.
Oh, wait, here it is. It's going. So, okay, 10% progress. Very good.
Let's see if it's able to isolate the kitty cat.
Yeah, that's my big thing is like, how's it going to isolate the cat from the background? Because the first example we did, it's a picture of me, but I'm in this nice blue background with very nice lighting. And I think it took maybe 30 seconds to generate. But it's just one image. It's not like a series of images like we're used to with like Polycam, where you have to take a bunch of angles of an image and it stitches it together. So this is taking some time, but we're almost there, 58%. And down here,
the biggest selling point of this is that Bamboo is able to assign all of the colors to your filament, your AMS system. So that definitely saves time.
And not only that, but it's like making sure that the mesh is watertight and has a flat bottom so that it, you know, has some surface area to print and adhere to the 3D printing bed. So it's got to be doing some extra stuff to the mesh that ensures a successful print, because this is for 3D printing. So this is the first tool where this is for printing. This isn't for a game. This is for printing. We're at 99% here, and we're about to see.
Excited to see.
Yeah, I'm so excited because we don't know what it's going to do, and this is live right now.
And I like that it would just be like a 2 or 3 color print with black and white, and then maybe like a yellow for the eyes. Oh, it did it!
My God, what is
this kitty cat? It gave it extra long tail.
Is very, very long.
Oh, look at the paws.
Look at the nose.
Some whiskers.
This is like that creature from the Thundercats.
Oh, it is.
It looks not good. I don't know. I don't think it looks. I don't think it looks good. But nice job. Nice try.
It's like
the bottom isn't flat.
Oh,
and the ears are like way longer than they really need to be. Again, here's the image. I mean, I guess he does have long ears. Yeah. But it was able to isolate the object that we want, and it's the cat.
Oh, wow.
And here's what the mesh looks like. It looks even weirder. Like its ears are very strange, and its eyebrows are like sticking out.
Or something with the hairless cats.
It does look like a hairless cat, but look how bulky it is. Like it's a beefy, bulky cat with a very long monkey tail. It is not a cat. It's like a whole new thing. What is up with the eyes, dude?
No, what is it? Civet, right?
So obviously we want to get a better picture of the cat. But luckily I have this one still. So it does keep a record of the items that you generated. So here's the image that I used. This is a picture of me from quite a few years ago. Nice background, nice lighting. Hair's a little bit crazy, but this is what the model looks like that it generated. It's a flat bottom, which is nice for 3D printing. The hoodie is all there. The hair looks good. The ears look good. The glasses are there as well. Switching over to the mesh view, you can see it. Yeah, it's pretty good. So when you download it, you click download up here, and then you can share your model, or you can just download it. It is an OBJ. So let me bring it into Bamboo Labs and see what we get. Give me a sec here. I have to switch my share screen to Bamboo. There it is. And let's go ahead and switch to it by bringing it into the stage. And let me know if you don't see anything, but here I am in a blank document. I'm going to go ahead and import it. It's a 40 megabyte file, so it must be a high polygon count mesh. So it's going to take a little bit to process the mesh, but here it is. Can you see the pop-up here?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so at the very top, It says specify the number of colors. By default, it is generated 32 colors. Let's drop that down to 4 because we have an AMS. And so it reduced the, all of the matching colors that were down here. I can change the view of the model here just to kind of get a better idea. I can't actually interact with the model, which is strange, but there's the bottom, there's the left. There's a better look at like what it's going to look like. So here are the current filament colors. You can change this before you import or after you import your model. And now I'm just going to assign it to the actual filaments that I have. So I'm just changing these to the filament that I have, and then the skin color is brown, but let's do this one black. Maybe this one, let's do blue. So if I want my jacket to be different than my shirt, that works really well. But I'm only have 3 colors here, so I have another color that I could assign. But you can see here that I'm going to need to do some cleanup. So let's go ahead and hit OK and see what happens. So there's the model. And there's, there's some colors all over the place. So what we can do is we can click on the model, and then at the top here under the color painting tool, we can use the fill tool type, and then we can start making some things a little bit more how we want them. So here I'm going to select the black color. And then I could just come in here and just like fill in the things that I need to fill in, like all this blue stuff that's on my mustache. And then I can fix, the t-shirt here, make this black. So this is going to take some time, so I'm not going to sit here and painstakingly do it, but
it's not too bad.
Yeah, it's not too bad. Now, there wasn't really any options in the Bamboo Maker World website for me to like refine it. So you have to do all the refining in Bamboo Studio, which is fine, right? Because that's pretty much where I need to be anyway. But yeah, this is a good technique. I don't have to bring it into Blender. It's already watertight. All my settings are available to update. So if I want to make tree supports, I can add those. I can reduce the amount of support density if I want to. I can cut it up here as well if I needed to. But yeah, so far it's looking pretty good. Yeah. So if let's say I had it just how I want it, I hit escape, and I can slice this out and start printing it if I want to. Of course, I could change the size and everything here too. But this might take a little bit to slice, but I'm sure it'll be like 20 hours. But I know it's going to be a nice quality print because just the stuff in Bamboo works really well. Yeah, I'd have to change the colors, right?
I'll go to color filament.
Yeah. Wow. You can see the maybe the glasses aren't printing well.
Oh, disable the seams.
Disable the seams.
No, right in here. The last checkbox there.
Yeah.
Turn that off just so we can.
There you go. Yeah, it looks like the glasses are all over the place. Yeah. So not really good. So maybe it would work better to go into something like
Blender
and just take out the glasses completely, or find a picture of me with no glasses. So those are just some of the things that you got to look out for. And it looks like there's not a perfect. No, it is a flat bottom. It's just again, there's a lot of color stuff that you need to fix. But as a model, like, it's pretty good shape, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, look at the hoodie. It looks pretty good. But yeah, there's still a lot of work to do to it. And that's kind of like the takeaway.
You're pretty much just adjusting what color.
Yeah. Still work to do, but a good baseline. And that's what we want. We want to get to like a nice baseline to work on. So that is just a quick look at this week's tool. Again, it's on makerworld.com on the Maker Lab portion of the website, image to 3D model. And that's this week's Rapid Render. Okay, that was my first one, so I hope you can edit it down to
I already know where all the cuts are going.
Perfect.
I'm
Yeah.
like I'm editing in my head as the segment's going.
Great. Yeah.
Like everything, so you're fine.
Yeah. Just like with anything, like
all the spacing, the
yeah. I thought it was funny to show it in live, real time, to show like, here's a cat. Oh wow, it looks like garbage. It's like,
no, it was a good reaction because I didn't expect the tail to come out so long.
yeah. All right, let's wrap the render. I guess we can move on. We have about 10 minutes left. So why don't we look at a 3D print? Oh, you want to do questions? Here we go.
No, just comments that she
Sure.
wants to see a pivot at to have your mouth talking.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah. That would be fun to bring it in to Blender and then add all the mechanisms.
Yeah.
When are we 3D printing food? Well, there's a chocolate 3D printer that you
Yeah.
can get from Cocoa Press.
Yeah.
That looks pretty good.
The 3D printing food stuff is like, I mean, you're like putting it in a blender and then spitting it out again, right?
Yeah. I'm not fully convinced.
Yeah. I don't think the best use for it. All right, let's jump into this week's Community Makes and Timelapse Tuesday.
Sure.
This week's Timelapse Tuesday is this musical fidget, and there are a couple of these. We chose the video game version. This is the Mario fidget, musical fidget maker, music maker thing. And I think the top, actually, let's listen to it. The top trick to get this to work is to use oil. So we're using the what is it called? The butter, the oil to have the little top portion there slide more smoothly. And then the second tip is you gotta have good timing. Like you gotta know how the song actually plays out, so you can actually hit each note with the proper. I don't know what. I'm not a music guy. What's the spacing between each note? Like you have to know how to space out each note to have actually play back the notes correctly.
Yep.
Those are the two tips, because I've seen people posting and they're like, "Oh, did I do this right?" It's like, well, you got to know how to actually space out the timing for this.
Right. It's not just like a linear, like just press it. And
that's not how music works. Yeah.
Yeah, that's funny.
So that is if you can listen to it, you can see the timing and then the spacing. Oh, it's so blurry.
It's very low in quality, like sounding, because I think it's canceling it out. So maybe, yep. It's very, very faint because it's canceling it out. But it's fine. Believe us, you can hear it, and it is in tune as best as it can be, I suppose.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at the website here. Let me see if I can bring it in.
There are quite a couple of different ones on there, and not just that, but like themings to it too. So there's like the Rickroll one and like different songs in addition to just the video game ones.
Yeah, so it's by Kida, and there's some really nice ones. The Animal Crossing themes, of course, Super Mario Brothers, but over a different one, the Overworld, and then Super Mario Brothers 3. And it's a multicolored print, so you'll know what song it is because it has their logo. So here's like Sonic, Among Us, the Wii Me song, Grand Theft Auto song. Oh. There's a bunch of these, and I suppose it's created with
it's made with a generator.
Yeah, I think
if you open it up inside of Bamboo Studio, you can actually see each one of these has a different tone number, so you can figure out what the tone for each song is, and then input in there what tone to generate the song.
Yeah,
which is so cool.
That is super cool. You can kind of create your own custom theme song if you want, or create your own from your favorite video game or TV show if you know what the notes are.
Yeah.
So it says it's reprogrammable.
Oh yeah, that's what.
But where?
You can actually look inside in Bamboo Studio. You can see each object looks listed as a tone number.
Wow. Do you want to bring that up, or
I don't have Bamboo on this computer. No, I mean, it's just mentioning it. I mean,
Is it
and I
on
guess
your
a large
lab?
portion of the audience is not musically, and I don't know any notes, or I can tell a C sharp from a.
Yeah, it's not. I don't know what the interface is like.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll look at that as a new rapid render, just because it's not AI generated, but it is a tool. Oh man, I thought it might be like a modeling tool under the Maker.
There was a link in the description. Yeah, maybe that musical fidget, is that a link? The underlined music fidget.
No, this one right here.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
No, it's just underlined. Have a look at the original fidget, and then I go to the original fidget. Okay. And then it's like, take a look at my fidget. Please look at this video. Like, it's just linking after another link.
It's fine. We can
do
it after the show. But yeah, it is, like it says, reprogrammable, and you can see it inside of the when you're slicing it. It is listed as a per object model. You can see
this has its own community where everyone is creating their own.
It's super cool.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is. Yeah. Oh, there's the all the numbers.
Just in heights. So the note, the taller the
little triangle that connects that.
Yeah, there's got to be a name for it.
Corresponds to each note.
The lip, or whatever you want to call it. Yeah, you have some notes here. So this is good. And this kind of walks you through.
Oh, that's so
this
cool.
is like a documented learn guide almost in a way. And then here is a video, which goes way better, I think, for making your own note. So this is a whole thing. This whole workflow is documented. That's good to know. This is where I wanted to get to. It's like, okay.
Awesome.
So again, big shouts to Kida for putting there. They do amazing work too. So check them out. And there's already so many available, and they're all colorful. They're all multicolors.
Yeah, I didn't even show that off. How detailed this little Mario is.
Yeah, let's take a look at your Mario here. Yeah, so Mario has not just the text, but Mario himself. And it's all print in place. There's no pieces that you need to assemble. Is that right?
Only the actual sliding bar thingy.
And that snaps in or something?
So these two.
So there are halves that get sandwiched together.
Halves, and then this is actually where you apply the oil to real butter. You can kind of see it there, just so that it slides nice and smooth. And these little pegs that snap into place.
Yeah. No supports, right? Just
there are brims for these little, each note.
Oh, okay.
And what makes it not easy to remove is that it's printing in a different color. So the removal is super easy. But yeah, look at the detail of Mario.
Yeah. See the red arrow as well. It lets you know, like, this is the this is the path to slide the note hitter. The note hitter. Yeah. The striking element. You're striking these, if you ever were in school and you had a ruler and you would like put it on the edge of a table, you would make this like sound, and the more tighter the ruler would get, the more like high pitched noise. So it's the same principle. It's so clever. It's such a clever
good explanation.
Yeah, that ruler. I don't have a ruler here, but I would do it right now on the table and make sounds.
Yeah, this is super interesting print.
Yeah, musical print. Yeah, great job. And this has been around for a little bit, right?
Yeah. I've had it. I think I printed like I think I showed you like 2 months ago or whatever.
But yeah, this was
originally coming up where it's like, oh, it's Minecraft. That's the trend now. And I wasn't gonna release it because the print is so simple. Like in terms of the time lapse, it's like what 20 on the Z millimeters high or whatever it is.
Yeah,
it's not that interesting as a time lapse, but I ran out of time and I had it, I had the video of it, or the time lapse photos of it, so I had no choice but to print it or to show it off.
Funny, yeah. This was released last year, November, so not that old. So very cool. Yeah, check it out. I'm gonna put the link to this one because this one actually gives you all the video stuff, and like it's like the OG, like the origin of where this project comes from. Such a cool project. So let's drop that here and in the socials as well. Fantastic. I want to say that the Kida posted a comment on the actual YouTube video that you said, like, this is cool. So they saw it.
Nice.
That's good. All right, make your own 3D printed musical fidget. Create your own or pick one of your favorite tunes. Wonder if someone like Joel, 3D printing nerd, could like print a really big one and then like see how that translates and just be like ton 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 ton.
What?
That'd be really cool. Or 3D Dave, I think he does like a lot of the big swords and stuff that are like just redonkulously big. It's just for the hell of it.
Yeah, I wonder.
That'd be cool to see a really big one.
Like it do good in scaling up.
Yeah, does it work scaling up? I'd assume so. It's not gonna be like
looks like
it's perfect, but it should translate. I don't know. All right, that's 3D Timelapse Tuesday.
I know, amazing.
Yeah.
Just like the use of having both sides have the tone, to keep it within the small.
With the way it's staggered, like that, and just all the details in the label.
The way you hold it too affects the time or the tone and the sound of it.
Sure, yeah.
Your hand is helping to resonate the audio or the little flicking.
Yeah, you could see this redesigned in like a gramophone like speaker thing that like amplifies it. Oh yeah, I mean I've seen that, the wheelbarrow thing.
Yeah,
similar concept. We were flicking these like, it's like a finger piano kind of thing. All right, well let's keep moving around. We're over time. Just 2 community makes this week, so let's go ahead and check them out. Starting off with the Kingdom Hearts Keyblade prop. No electronics, just a prop. Here's the kitty cat smelling it. Very cute. This was posted up by Tom Fallen. They made our design, and it says, absolutely love this. Me too. It's a great prop that screws together, prints in separate parts, different colors. Yeah. Super cool. Thank you for posting that up, Tom. And the last one this week is an update remix. It's actually a remix of the Severance inspired speaker. And this is posted up by Dudezio1222. And they have added a Raspberry Pi 2W, a Raspberry Pi Zero 2W, a Re-Speaker 2 mic hat, and the WaveShare speaker. So they modeled up an update to the bracket. And I'm really glad I designed it this way because I figured if you wanted to change the guts, the internals, you just need to make one part, and that's this PCB bracket. And then you have the same mounting hole, so you can have the same enclosure and snap fit grill here.
Super cool.
So yeah, they have
that speaker looks like it's got some bass.
Yeah, this I think this green is like the color of the LED or something that's shining in there, so it looks kind of cool. And yeah, the speaker looks like it has like a tweeter in a bass thing, so that's cool. Yeah, and shouts to Printables. They actually featured our model, so it's getting a lot of views.
Nice.
Which is really cool. And shout out to printables.com. No ads on their website. It's great.
Oh
yeah, that's one of the reasons why I like their repo site. All right, that's all the community makes. Thank you everybody so much for posting up your makes. It means a lot. Before we close out the show, I want to remind folks that you can order stuff at discount prices using our coupon code this week, Figurines. So if you're ordering something today, pop that in your coupon code box at checkout, and maybe you'll get some freebies like we talked about in the beginning of the show, and you get 10% off. So check those out. real quick, just checking in on the Discord. I think we're good to go. Thank you everybody so much for watching. We'll be here next week. Don't forget, tonight we're gonna do a show and tell. This week it's gonna be hosted by John Park. He'll be hosting it. Starts at 7:30 p.m. Eastern time. Come on the Adafruit Discord server if you want to join and share your works of art. You can come on by. We'll give you the invite link at 7:30. Ask an Engineer. We just got an email that it might not be happening at 8 p.m., but they're going to try to do something. So tune in for show and tell to find out if there will be and what time Ask an Engineer will come on.
Yeah, just make sure the notifications are turned on and you will be alerted when it goes live.
Yep. John Park's workshop is on tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern time. Tune in on all the networks to hang out with John. Friday is a deep dive. This time, I think it's with Tim Foamy Guy. He's doing it up. Last week was, I think, Scott's last one. It's every Friday at 5 p.m. Eastern time. I think Lady Ada has some plans for doing some more from the desk of Lady Ada. We'll find out. Mondays are Circuit Python weekly hangouts on the Discord. Tuesdays are JP's Product Pick of the Week. Wrapping it back around to Wednesdays with the start of our show and then these shows all on Wednesday. Thank you everybody so much for watching. We'll be here next week with a new project. But until then, remember to make a great day. Bye, everybody.